Hey everybody, it's Elizabeth with Barefoot and Bloom. Welcome back to my channel. I'm located here in Northeast Arkansas in Zone 7, and this is the start of our greenhouse series, our winter gardening series. I'm trying this for the first time this year. I've been gardening for 8 or 9 years now. I love gardening, but I love sharing my adventures as well as any great tips I learn along the way with you guys. So that's what we're doing here today. So in this video, we're going to be starting potatoes and carrots in grow bags in the greenhouse. The reason this project is really fun for me is because I've never used a grow bag before. So I've researched them, I've heard of other people using them, really fun. I got a 4-pack on Amazon. If you're ever curious about any of the specific gardening things I use that I mention, down in the description you'll find a link to my Amazon storefront. I've got like a gardening page where you will just be able to quickly find a link there. But you can use any kind, but I decided to go with this kind where you can actually see down in the soil. So it's got like this window at the bottom, which for the potatoes, we can use that to harvest the potatoes. For the carrots, I will be using it to check in throughout the season on the growth and see how the carrots are doing under the soil surface. So it's gonna be so fun. Now for the varieties I got, I ordered some seed potatoes online. I think I ordered these on Amazon or on Etsy. I've got some going bad because these have been sitting in my office. That's okay. We don't need them all. These are 5-gallon containers, okay? So we're doing 2 5-gallon containers of potatoes and then 2 of carrots. Now for the carrots I chose to use, I went with Johnny's seeds, and these are Sugar Snacks 54 F1. So it doesn't really say what kind these are, but these are longer carrots. In the past, I've only ever grown shorty carrots because I've tried to plant in our native soil here, which is clay, as well as I tried growing them in little pots in Arizona. I tried growing them in the ground in Arizona. And so all of those soil situations are really difficult for carrots to really get their root down in, because carrots, you know, you're eating the root of the plant. So the easier it is for it to get its root down and then also expand into, you know, from tiny pencil thin to like a really good 1-inch around carrot, totally 100% depends on your soil. So this time we're doing everything we can to make it easier for them. Now before we get started on what we're doing, we're at sunlight in here. It's actually very warm in here today. It is 78 inside the greenhouse, which is lovely. I want to show you the soil that we're using in our bags, which is Fox Farm Land and Sea. I've never used this soil before, but I feel like there's been so many rave reviews about it. So I thought, let me just try that, because I'm doing all containers in the greenhouse. So I want to give them the best shot possible. Woo! You're too right. Another thing to keep in mind with these crops is where I want them to live in the greenhouse. Oops. Because heat rises and it will be cooler along the bottom of the greenhouse. And so I have some other things I'm going to be growing, that I'm not going over in this video, and those things need warmer temperatures. So I will be setting them on a shelf so they are in the upper space of the greenhouse to where they can be just as warm as possible. But potatoes and carrots, I can do them on the floor in the greenhouse or on a really small riser because they're okay with the cooler temps. And by cooler, I mean my greenhouse is set to 66 with an electric space heater. It doesn't always work. Sometimes it just goes off randomly, which is a bummer for me because it's stressful. But on super cold days, I always come out here and check on it anyway. So I can always make sure it's fine and just turn it back on. But yeah, so they can be on the floor, which is what we're going to do, which is great because the bags are going to be heavy. But I did make a mistake before, and I forgot that 2 of these are actually going to be for a tomato plant. So I'm doing potatoes in 1, carrots in 1, and then tomatoes in the other 2. One of them's going to grow out here. One's going to be in my office for experimentation sake. And so, yeah, so we're just doing 1 of each. So let's get these guys loaded up. Oh, I just can't escape it right now. Okay. Okay, lighting is not fun. Oh, you see Maple back there. I wanted to give you my first impression of this soil because when I dumped it out, one, it's been a week since my hands have been in soil. But y'all, this, oh, this is so nice. It is so nice. It was expensive. I think some of the most, it is the most expensive soil I've ever bought. But because I didn't have a lot of other gardening expenses happening, I felt like it was worth it. And it's just, oh, it's so nice. I'm excited. Okay, now this happens to be a time of day that I'm really fighting with the sun in here. You know, gotta remember my plants need it. But it's hot and the sun is shining right in my face. So I'm gonna start. These bags have handles. Okay. This is my carrot bag. And just for a look at it, it does have the little window down here, which we'll leave until we want to check on it, which will be a while. And then you can see I filled it up to here. So I've got about a foot, but the thing is I'm giving the carrots 18 inches to grow down into. So there's no point in wasting more soil as long as those carrots will get the sun exposure they need. With the soil being lower, see if I can fold it down, because that would be so smart of me. Oh look, we can fold the sides down and just make it less deep. I love that for me and for you. So now I don't have to worry about the seeds getting the sunlight for the germination period. I'll show you what this looks like in just a sec. All right, here's what we're left with. See how I folded it over? So I'm actually left with what would be like a 3-gallon container, which is perfect. So for the seeds, you always want to check, do they need light exposure? They do need to be covered, so we're just gonna do little bands with our fingers, little trenches. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna come in here, make a little shallow trench, go right beside it, keeping in mind how big do I want them carrots to get? Because yes, I can thin them once they germinate, but also it's good to pre-plant and give them enough room. Looks like I'm gonna get maybe 2 really good sized rows, 2 half rows out of it. You know, if those did well, super. Again, this is for experimentation. So if it does well, I can replicate this in a much larger format, like in a raised bed. So I'm dropping them in intentionally about 1 inch apart, because right now, today, I'm not in a rush. So if I can save myself having to thin, wonderful. And again, you want to do them close enough, like in case, what if this one seed doesn't germinate? Well, you don't want to have a little empty spot, so there may be a little less than 1 inch apart. But in the past, I have like just broadcast carrot seeds, because I mean, there's no real mistakes. Everything is an experiment, and you try it and then be like, oh, that's why that doesn't work, and that's how you learn. All right. Because I have experimented so much with carrots, I'm like, what can I do just to have a little bit of success? And then once I have a little bit of success, I can study what I did, my results, and learn from that. That is always my goal. Okay, now here's my potato bin, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to fold it down, because with potatoes, you need to heal them as they grow, which means adding more soil on top of the plant. So what I can do is, as they start to grow, I can just fold this fabric up and heal the plant. And I can go from basically a 2-gallon pot to a 5-gallon pot, which is another beautiful, versatile thing I hadn't even thought about with doing this method. So I'm kind of just shrugging it down on itself, and then we'll straighten it out. Beautiful. So I've almost doubled it over with a little lip. Perfect. Perfect. Look at that. So yeah, this guy's great. So again, like I said, not all of my potatoes are great. Now I'm going to move some of this dirt around because I don't want to have to dig them. what would be easiest is add some dirt in and then come back and put the dirt over the potatoes once you've planted them, basically. But I did not do that. I've got this bag. I'm not cutting them with potatoes, in case you're new here. These are eyes, and they're all over the potato. I could cut this into 4 pieces, each piece with an eye on it, and plant it, and it would make a whole entire plant. I'm being lazy, okay? I'm digging this down in there since I did my soil first. And I'm just gonna do each one instead of trying to worry about it. And I'm hoping to just get a giant harvest. Giant space-wise when you're starting with such a small space. And I may put some of these in one of my outdoor containers, the rest of my potatoes, because I have too much. Let's see, we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll do 6. So I do have some on the bottom we're going to throw away. All really good. These actually came in a package with some soil, so they were already starting to grow, do their thing. Great. So I have each of these potatoes are probably about 3 inches, maybe 4 from the bottom, and they're going to grow up. And as we check in on this series, when these are green, when green plants are here, then we will fold this up, add some soil. Come back in a month, fold this up, add some soil. In about 90 to 100 days, they should be ready to harvest. But before then, we can check in with the little flap door on the front. So that's going to be super fun. Now here's where I have placed them in the greenhouse, because that's our setting sun. This is a really cozy, warm spot. Also, the heater's here, blowing in the opposite direction. You can see it's a 69. And they ought to just do really well here. Now you can see with the carrots, it's going to have some shade in this back when the sun's right there. But it comes up over this way. So I think it'll be fine. We'll keep an eye on them. We'll watch how the progress goes. In the next video, I'm going to be working on using some rectangle fabric bags to do some salad mixes for winter, which I'm really excited about that. We're going to do it a little bit differently than what we've done with these. And I think in that video, I'll also do the tomato. So anyways, make sure you're subscribed if you want to see how this series goes for me. These will be under the winter gardening playlist here on my YouTube channel. Hope you guys have an amazing day. If you're new to my channel, I just want to tell you really quick that I wrote 2 books about gardening that you might find helpful, and I would love it if you would check them out. I wrote the Cottage Garden Handbook and Nature's Top 25 Healing Plants. Both are currently listed on my Etsy shop as a printable digital download, and soon, maybe now, are on Amazon in print. So check them out if you feel like it.